Presented by Turkish Airlines, Spalding, and Intersport.
In the show, there are some players that can step up when it's crunch time. Those who can win a match with seconds to go. We tell the story of a European globetrotter, Unicaja's Vladimir Stimac. Helping children in East Africa is a high priority for Bruno Cerella. And last but not least, the bwin MVP of the week and the last regular season top 3. This week we look at some of the great shooters of the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague. Players who can finish off the efforts of all the team from the distance. We start with Panathinaikos Athens guard Michael Bramos, Iron Mike to friends and teammates. A player with impressive upper body strength and who is always in the right position on the court, which improves his shooting percentages. However, this efficiency does not only depend on his tactical awareness.
I think the biggest thing is a quick release. Coach worked on me with that a lot to get a quick release, and I think that helps me to be more consistent because it doesn't really allow you to think. If you've got your open spot, which isn't very much time in the EuroLeague, you gotta let it go.
Skills and sense of position are essential qualities for a shooter, but neither can be improvised.
I usually shoot a little bit after practice every day. We do a pretty good amount of we break off usually 10-15 minutes at the end of every practice, and then on top of that I try to get up some extra shots before each game every week.
The natural consequence of all this work is that the defense has to respect your shot.
I think the biggest thing in shooting is just repetition, just muscle memory, just to not think, and your body does it so many times, and your body just reacts.
However, many efforts are likely to be in vain if there's not the right mindset. Above all, to be a great shooter, you must have a lot of confidence in your own ability.
You just think every shot's going in. It's a good feeling. You don't get it, too often, but there's certain games where you think everything's going in and your teammates do a good job of finding you, and it's a great feeling, and you hope to, get that every game.
Believing in yourself is a psychological aspect to the game, which is not so easy to train. But while the practice sessions can only take you so far, being at a club like Panathinaikos does raise your performance levels.
Every time you walk in a walk-up for a big game, you just feel the atmosphere, and you feel the history, you feel how many titles they've won, and you just want to do your best to continue to do this.
This week, the home of Panathinaikos Athens welcomed Macabi Electra Tel Aviv. The Yellows used a 12-2 run to finish the first quarter up by 14-23. A 9-point lead, which remained the same at the break. Then, thanks to 2 Ricky Hickman three-pointers, Macabi gained a 23-point lead. And even a 12-0 run at the beginning of the last quarter didn't help the hosts. David Blue was the best scorer for Macabi with 13 points, pushing the visitors to a 55-68 win. Macabi finished the regular season with an 8-2 record and first place in Group D. Panathinaikos, already qualified to the top 16, dropped to 5-5. Macabi Electra Tel Aviv guard Tyrese Rice is playing in his 4th European country since turning pro in 2009, putting up big numbers every step of the way. His progress is even more impressive, considering that he juggles roles as a go-to player and a single father, who raises his son alone as he builds a solid career around Europe.
It's not really possible for me to do this without the help of, other people. Maybe we have a practice one day when he's getting out of school or something, having somebody be able to go to pick him up. So, the help of other people is what really makes it possible.
Tyrese takes his responsibilities as a father very seriously. He is a caring dad, also because of his upbringing.
Growing up, for me, I didn't really have a real father figure, around and stuff, and I felt like having a son, it's very important for him to have his father in his life. No matter what I was doing, he had to be there, basically.
His son Sean will turn 8 next January. For the moment, the two of them spend almost every minute of the day together. And whoever wanted Tyrese in his team was well aware of the situation.
First thing that these teams do is ask me about my son. They ask me what I need. They ask me about schools. They basically try to make sure that he's taken care of before me, and that's how I know that they're really genuinely interested in my well-being and me as a player.
Certainly there were many teams interested in his talent. Before arriving in Israel, Rice played in Germany, Lithuania and Greece, which was difficult, but also useful and interesting for both.
It was a great experience for him. He's learning languages. He's getting to meet kids from all over the world, and it's a great opportunity for him that he'll appreciate later on in life. He may not understand it right now, but for sure later on he will.
A lot of moving around, with plenty of ups and downs. But there has always been one constant in his life. Having Sean by his side keeps Tyrese well grounded.
You never really get too high, with my son there. And even when things are, kind of going downhill or getting a little rocky, I'm always coming home to my son. He's going to keep me at that even keel at all times.
Meanwhile, in addition to the languages and the school, the young Rice also has a passion that is common amongst almost all children, and that makes the bond with his father even stronger.
He's a sports fan. He loves doing everything that I do. I see him when I'm working out on one end of the basket. He's on the other side trying to do the same things that I'm doing. So, it's crazy just to see him growing up and seeing him kind of find things that he really likes on his own. And he's just trying to find his way, really.
Imagine how happy Sean was to see his father scoring the winning shot like he did in this regular season. To score the winning shot is a dream for all players. Some have written the history of the EuroLeague. Also, in this regular season, we have appreciated many game winners and buzzer beaters. The buzzer beaters are probably the most spectacular moments that a basketball game can reserve. And someone was even able to double the feat. Jeff Vigiano for Montepaschi Siena and Krunoslav Simon for Lokomotiv Kuban Krasnodar were able to score 2 winning shots in this regular season.
I think everybody wants the ball. I think everybody feels that they can help their team win. They were both crazy, out of control, broken plays, and the ball fell into my hands. I was just fortunate enough to be there in the right spot and make two big baskets.
In my career, I always like to have last balls in my hand to shoot dead shots for a win, and now I score 2 times on this level. It's great.
The Croatian forward of Lokomotiv scored the first buzzer beater in round 4 against Panathinaikos Athens.
Diamantidis scored 6 or 7 seconds before the end, and what can you do? You don't have enough time to think so much. It's my first shot on that level. Greatest shot of my career for sure.
Vijano's first massive basket came the week after, in round 5, in Malaga against Unicaja.
I knew the game was tied, so when I received the ball, I knew there wasn't much time left, but since the game was tied, I didn't feel too much pressure because worst case scenario, I knew we were going into overtime if I missed. So I just tried to get the ball up and out of my hands in time, and was fortunate enough that the ball went in. It was pretty good defense. I think Kaner Medley was guarding me, and he was there. It was just good defense, but a good shot too.
Then came an encore. It was still round 5, and in Krasnodar, Simon and Lokomotiv won like this.
We were down by 2 points. Marcus had the ball, go on penetration, my guy helped, and he passed to me. I was open. It was 5 seconds, 6 seconds before the game, and again I scored, and it was a great thing for us, great thing for me for sure to win 2 games in a row.
And in round 8 in Florence against Stelmet Zielona Gora, Vijano was the hero again.
Taylor Rochester drove to the basket, and it looked like he had a game-tying layup, and I don't know how the ball actually didn't go in on his layup. And the ball got knocked around, kicked out to me, and again, I just happened to be wide open on the 3-point line, and the ball went in.
To be the game winner obviously increases your self-confidence, and possibly it can also improve your status in the team.
I don't think my role or the way I approached the game changed at all. I was just happy for myself, but mostly for my teammates and the fan, because we're all in this together. The news travels so fast, so all my family back home pretty much knew before I had even time to get on the bus after the game.
It was for sure good for my confidence, but I feel before that shot's like part of the team, and I think nothing has changed because of that.
The significance of a double stunt of this magnitude is simple. Scoring the winning shot may give you the headlines in next day's newspapers, but it is important to always keep your feet firmly on the ground.
I did see an article that said I had some golden arms or something in an Italian newspaper.
It's sport. It's 12 guys. This time it was me. Next time it will be somebody else. We have lots of great players, and I'm sure we have 7, 8 players more who can score last shot.
While Lokomotiv were already qualified for Montepaschi Siena and Unicaja Malaga, round 10 was a do-or-die game. The Spanish team extended their lead at the end of the first half. But after the break, the Italian champions came out fighting. even took the lead in the last minute with Othello Hunter. With 14 seconds left, Ryan Toulson sunk a triple to make it 60-62, setting up a thrilling finale. In fact, a perfect out-of-bound play allowed Siena to tie again with Hunter. There were still 3.9 seconds left to play. An unbelievable coast-to-coast drive by Jason Granger gave Malaga the spectacular buzzer beater and passage through to the top 16. Unicaja Malaga's centre Vladimir Stimac was born in Belgrade, where there are some excellent basketball academies that have taught some valuable lessons to many young players, which is very lucky if your growth takes you to over 2 meters in height and your passion is basketball. However, Vladimir's story is very different. When he was 18, he left Serbia to go to Kaunas, Lithuania.
It was a significant opportunity for me to go to Žalgiris. You know, it's a big club with a big history and such a great players going out of there. And I felt that like a challenge for me, and I'm like that. I just like to, you know, to fight for myself and for my position. And I felt that if I go, that I will grow more mature, also like a person and like a basketball player.
With Žalgiris, he only got a brief taste of the EuroLeague. The path that took him to play in the EuroLeague 6 years later was long and arduous. 8 clubs in 6 different nations.
I was not the guy with the talent that other players had, so I had to work my way up. And I took a long road for that, but it was a great experience, and I would never change it for nothing. I learned so many cultures and everything. I've been with a lot of players, with a lot of different coaches and stuff, and you know, you just gain experience from that.
But it was not always so easy. Every year he had to break his way into a new team, work really hard to get himself noticed, to try and make his dream of playing in the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague come true.
Well, after some 3-4 years that I didn't get the chance, I thought at one point maybe I'm not at that level. I never started doubting in me, you know. I have that in my head that I never give up on anything. So this is, I just show to a lot of people, like my friends and a lot of the people that they know me, and to myself, of course. First I look to show myself that I can get back, and the work's always paid off.
Now, in Malaga, Vladimir hopes to keep playing in the EuroLeague for a long time to come, and he thinks he knows how to accomplish this.
Practice hard, you know, give my best, be one part of the team. You know, we are a team here. There is no just one player. The basketball is a team sport, but me, I mainly do, you know, hard job. I go for the rebound. That's my specialty. Playing on low post and defending, you know.
Just in time for the holidays, we bring you a heartwarming story about a EuroLeague player who honours his sport in a very special way. 27-year-old rookie Bruno Cerella of EA7 Emporio Armani Milan is not well known yet to EuroLeague fans. But every summer, Cerella is a hero to hundreds of children who take part in Slums Dunk, the charity basketball camp he started in some of East Africa's most poverty-stricken neighborhoods.
We started 5 years ago when I was in the second league in Italy. I finished to read a book, like a kind of spiritual book, and I started with this kind of basketball project in the poor areas of Africa, mostly Kenya and Zambia.
The book, Leadership from the Inside Out, inspired Cerella to make a difference in society by using the sport that took him to Italy from his native Argentina as a teenager.
This book gave me the energies to take the decision to start with the basketball project in Africa. And the first year was really difficult because it was the first time I visited different slums in Kenya, slums around 200,000 people. So you can imagine it's a very, very difficult situation to manage sometimes.
5 years later, he spends 1 month each summer teaching basketball to around 500 kids. The demand is so great that Cerella plans to turn Slums Dunk into a year-round basketball academy.
The next summer, we go there to build also a basketball course to give to them the opportunity to play basketball for all season long, not only when we go there for the basketball training camp.
Slums Dunk is open to about 200 coaches per year too, some of whom will use the new court to keep teaching all year round.
The court can be useful also for the schools. In the morning we can give to them the opportunity to do sports, and in the evening we can start to practice like a Europe model, you know, like a mini basket, and we want to be like a model for them.
During the EuroLeague season, Cerella spends much of his free time trying to make sure that each new summer at Slums Dunk will be better than the last.
Now with the technology we can work easy on internet, and we can prepare also with the coaches and the players in Africa and Italy the new program, the new project for every summer.
A continent away from where he plays professionally, and even further from his home country, Bruno Cerella has found a mission that makes basketball much more than just a game.
For me, it's incredible. When I see the kids enjoy basketball, playing with me, I saw the kids growing up happy, playing basketball, and we enjoy together. It's very, very nice.
The tallest man of the entire Turkish Airlines EuroLeague is the bwin MVP of the 10th and last round of the regular season. Boban Marjanovic, centre of Crvena Zvezda Telekom Belgrade, is in fact the top performer after his team won in Vilnius against Lietuvos Rytas. The 25-year-old scored 25 points with an almost perfect 11 for 13 in the paint, adding 3 for 4 free throws. The double-double was reached thanks to 11 rebounds, and Boban also dished out 3 assists, blocked 1 shot and received 2 fouls, giving him a performance index rating of 33. But what is really incredible is that all that was achieved in less than 18 minutes. One of the best per-minute EuroLeague performances ever, and a career high for Boban. Crvena Zvezda will play in the Euro Cup Last 32 from next January 7th, and Boban is ready to be the star in a new competition. And now let's check out the top 3 plays of the week. Number 3, Vitoria, Spain. Adam Hanger of Laboral Cucha drives to the hole and fires up his new fans in Vitoria with an explosive one-handed slam. Number 2, Belgrade, Serbia. Final seconds of the first quarter. Nenad Kirstic of CSKA Moscow scores, but Dragan Milosavljevic of Partizan launches a prayer from way beyond mid-court and hits nothing but the net. And the #1 play of the week, Florence, Italy. Game tied, 3.9 seconds left. Jason Granger races down court, blows past the defender and banks in an off-balance, one-handed shot at the buzzer to send Unicaja Malaga to the top 16. Happy holidays, Turkish Airlines EuroLeague fans.
Presented by Turkish Airlines, Spalding, and Intersport.